Hi, today is April 14th, 2025, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 576 for the year, The Frick is Back. I received a mailing from the Frick collection yesterday, and on the outside of the envelope it said, The Frick is Back. So I took the envelope and I placed it on top of one of my old paintings, and I took a picture to go with this poem. It was justified when it was 5, which was back in 1925. Times are changing now, the rich smoke crack, but the frig is gonna fuck you when the frick is back. Frick, the frick is back. By way of explanation, the Frick collection was located at the old Whitney Museum location on Madison for most of this decade, but is now back in its original 1920 location at 1 East 70th Street. If you go there and say, I don't like those, my God, what's that? They almost certainly wouldn't catch the Elton John reference, and they might throw you out. But I would understand if you can't help yourself. I don't know if I can either. Poem number 577, How could you ever feel? Did the clouds come down, and did a door open through which one could enter the city of the clouds? Did the sky open? Did the moon and stars and the planets and the sun open? Did a wormhole open? Did the Horsehead Nebula open? Did the Milky Way galaxy open? Damn, it's been a long time since I had a Milky Way. That was a fine candy bar. Did the ground open up from underfoot? Did the rivers and lakes and oceans open? Did the mountains and the valleys open? Did the rocks and the stones and the blood and the bones and the blacks and the whites and the sepia tones open? And after all of those openings, let me ask you, how could you ever feel lost or alone, or closed or shut down, or empty or hopeless, or lost or alone? How could you ever feel lost or alone? Poem number 578, Could you remember? After you were found, could you remember feeling lost? After you were saved, could you remember the fear? After you arrived, could you remember how hard the journey was? After you got to the city of love, could you remember the lonesome road? Poem number 579, Nausea. The man who got off the elevator was disgusting to me, but in none of the conventional ways. I mean, he was too tall and unshaven, but those things don't usually bother me. He had shorts on and like a sleeveless undershirt, and that was pretty disgusting. But still, he didn't smell bad, and he wasn't so disgusting that I should have had the thought that I didn't want to get into the elevator that the guy had just gotten out of. And yet, when the guy got out of the elevator, I was so disgusted by him that I didn't want to get into the elevator. And the last poem of the day, poem number 580, No Great Tragedy. A set of several extremely unlikely coincidences would have had to have occurred in order for him to have survived the day. First, when the air conditioner fell out of the window as he was walking down 53rd Street, he would have had to have stopped to notice the daffodils in the window box so that the air conditioner would land in front of him instead of on his head, killing him. But he didn't notice the daffodils. But even if he had, he would have also have had to have noticed the police car that blew through the red light. If the air conditioner hadn't killed him, the police car would have. And if he had avoided both of those catastrophes, there were several other ways in which his life would have ended that day. So it was really no great tragedy that he was killed by a falling air conditioner, because the chances of him surviving that day were slim to none anyway. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.